Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're going to be looking at Genshin Impact Review, My Money Is Gone, Waifu Simulator by Max0r. Now, this is actually something that was recommended to me, and I figured, you know what? I just watched the Take of Joe Apocalypse on Genshin, and that was disturbingly accurate, and people are saying, this one is disturbingly accurate, so what? Let's just jump on the pain train and see how much this one makes me regret life choices. Yeah. It is very much a waifu simulator, and yet still somehow much more tame than MiHoYo's other work, Genshin Impact. If you know who Epona is, it's not a My Little Pony reference. Also, don't Google it in public. You're welcome. More importantly, we're just going to jump right in and see where this goes. I've actually never checked out any of this guy's work before, but it came recommended and pretty highly at that, so we're going to just see where this goes. Otherwise, you guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. When you're done, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get started.
Genshin Impact is a game which has sucked away my soul and
oh,
killed
fuck.
my dog.
Okay, so people mention this guy is a master editor, but dear God, Okay, Genshin back stuck away your soul. Yeah, perfectly normal. Ningguang, nice choice. And then Barbara. Just really good healer. We got Paimon. What the do you mean? And he started to put game. Yeah, that's more of a lifestyle choice if you keep up with it. Oh, yeah, I know exactly what they're about to do, and I hate everything about this image. And then, no, there's, I'm molding? Oh, is this from his own live stream? Oh, God, poor bastard. Did he not know about exploding bear? Oh.
Away my soul and
yeah.
killed my dog. I first began
basically normal
playing Genshin
Paimon.
Impact because of all the cute women that experienced apotheosis.
I'm sorry, I just,
I first began playing Genshin Impact because of all...
First, what was that meme? Sorry, my friends explained to me how they haven't seen me in 4 months due to Genshin Impact. Have they added that much more content? It's a joke, because I actually have no idea whatsoever. Also, it is actually really fun. It may or may not have eaten my entire time for like an entire month. We're going to ignore that, though.
Impact because of
all the cute waifus, yes. Yeah. God damn, man. Lisa. Ganyu? Yes. Regular Ningguang. Huh. Out of all of them. Oh, it's going the other way. Yeah, so regular, just, more Lisa? I'm just going to hope my wife doesn't see this. Also, good choices.
that experienced apotheosis and a philosophical enlightenment through the death of my own ego. I love
that sounds about right.
But this game will have an impact on your social life.
Just so I don't miss
my own ego.
I just realized he was putting a critical hit was shooting because she fell on the rock. Yeah.
I love Genshin Impact, but this game will have an impact.
Oh my! I just really think this guy has some very nice choices here.
This game will have an impact on.
I'm just not going to pause. I realize what we're looking at. Oh dear God, am I sweating? I think I'm sweating. Oh shit. Yeah, it'll have an impact. Also, wow, that is a horrible banner. Mona's pretty good, but you can get her anywhere from the pities you fail. Dear God, I'm about to max her out just on missing banners.
Your social life, and even after you stop playing it, you will not recover. To this day, it has left me in a perpetual state of sophisticated molding, and I recommend it for all the wrong reasons. In this game, you...
Wait, is molding actually a real word? Huh. More you know.
Play as John Impact, an extra-dimensional being whose brother was eaten by Mega Blocks and is forced to navigate Avatar, the last airbender for weeaboos.
And I thought those earlier Lisa pictures were something spicy. I'm not going to go back and check because I noticed just enough quickly that I'm not going to do that. That would be against YouTube terms of service, and we're not going to do that. Also, yeah, John Impact. I mean, you can name your own character. You might as well name him that. Would actually be kind of funny if you did.
Powered by its simple chemistry system in which character...
Did he actually put up... He didn't just... Did they make a freaking Breaking Bad... I thought there was some interesting banner, and then they pull up. That is movie even appropriate? Oh God, I hate that he made this reference, and now I have to remember that exists.
The last airbender for weeaboos.
Yeah.
Powered by its simple
Pretty sure there was a Breaking Bad reference in there. Swirl, crystallize, burn. Oh yeah, because this isn't in there yet. Freeze, charge. I know this is accurate, but also, this is why I just go physical and go, big sword hit hard. So much easier to remember. Pretty sure there was a Breaking Bad reference in there. Or maybe I just went past it all? I can't be mistaken. I saw like a bald head and a bunch of science. It had to be a Breaking Bad reference. Uh-huh. Oh god, there's more. Oh, this is probably one of the intro videos they did. Action, rigid body, state dynamic, chemistry, physics. This is probably real. I don't even think this is a joke. This is a wheel of... It's like I thought I knew what this was, and I'm realizing I really don't. Okay. Nope, no, not Breaking Bad. It's a stock footage. Really, I just saw a bald guy in math and I immediately went Walter White. I don't know why.
Chemistry system in which characters electrocute, burn, and throw rocks at each other.
What the fuck? I did.
By its simple chemistry system in which characters electrocute, burn, and...
So, Greg, how are the wife and kids? Okay, he edited the Hiller Charles in. Nice. 2. Is that a missile or a syringe? Let's not think about this. And that is Klee with a tripod sniper rocket? It's well done. Also, yeah, that's basically her final attack. And the smile of, I'm going to commit murder. Yay, genocide! Oh, God, I don't even...
And throw rocks at each other. One of those is much less cool, but it, like Australopithecus, was my primary source of damage. Now trapped in the land of gotcha hell, our protagonist must find a way to save our siblings by fighting geometry, the indigenous inhabitants of
this is
Twitter,
perfectly
space
accurate.
midgets, and the ice KGB. As well, we are here to explore, solve puzzles, play prop hunt, cook, get arrested for looking at Zhongling.
Wait, what? Oh, she's only 14. Huh. Honestly, she was more mature than most of the characters in the game. I thought she was older. And I'm including Venti in that list. Also, what was that about being arrested? What the actual... Max0r arrested for 5th time. Registration is available at webtrack.stickle. What were the first 4?
For looking at Zhongling too much, get sentenced to 10 years, and emerge from prison a devout Buddhist. This video is going to be about my experience playing this interesting game and how to objectively have the most fun with it. It's a very bad sign when most people who play the game don't...
I see what you did there. Have the most fun with it. And you go right to the old pre-patch Lisa making an interesting noise to exert herself on a cliffside. I have no idea why that was there.
Don't recommend it, but I do. Although I am slightly a dingus, so I don't recommend you take my opinion as fact, but as entertainment. So whether you're new to this strange, otherworldly Chinese software or a Genshin pro, please allow me to tell you the tale of how this left a Genshin impact into my frontal lobe.
Really?
Here's a...
You know, you've been hitting us with all these crazy random cutouts and insane edits to the point where it's like, I just, there's so much to absorb here. It's just overwhelming. And then you put the Genshin impact to my, it's a pun on an impact being a hit. And it's the name of the game. Really? Sure. We're going with that pun.
Most Genshin players don't know. The age of consent is 18 years old. Let's begin with what's maximally important. Not the gameplay, not the story, nor anything you would typically associate with a video game.
I just want to point out something right there. I love how he low-key unintentionally just called out EA and a lot of other games. You know, a story. Can you imagine if they put out games like Battlefield 52 or something, or whatever the new one is, 45, 87, 96, Hut? I don't even know at this point. It's like, does it have a story? I don't know. I don't care. Yeah. Isn't it calling it out? No. But does it function that way because I want it to? Yes. Yes, it does.
The single most important thing in this game
Gotcha.
is rolling dice to gain attractive people and then parading them around like a child on TLC.
No,
I
no.
do not exaggerate
Oh,
when
God,
I
they
say
put the
this
Epstein
is
in.
Probably what attracted most people to this game.
Also,
If
Ganyu
you
is
want
not
an example, Lisa is a
kid.
character who continually refers to herself as One-sama and sounds like she is at all times on the verge of sex. I received her after completing a quest.
He's not wrong. Also, it's one of the reasons I don't usually have her on my team when I was streaming because, dear God, man, that stuff is, Lisa is, MiHoYo knew what they were doing when they invited her back. Also because the Japanese voice actress was also the same voice actress, or was the Chinese voice actress, was the same as did a certain well-beloved character in their previous game, Honkai. And I'm just going to stop there in case you know what I'm talking about. And I'll just, for anyone who does know what I'm talking about, give them a second to start crying and then stop. Because reasons that I won't get into because it's a completely unrelated video.
And then decided that I would use Lisa exclusively to do rock climbing. That way, I could repeatedly hear her oddly enthusiastic moaning for the next 10
just really
hours of
enjoys rock
gameplay.
climbing.
I literally installed this game after downloading 60 images of Ganyu, since the official lore of the game specifies that she killed a monster after being eaten by it because her ass was so big it blocked his trachea and suffocated him to death. However,
I mean, yes, that is actually lore. And it's been pointed out in one of the side stories by her adopted mom. She essentially was a pudgy little sheep. And it sounds adorable. Yeah, it literally tried to eat her because she was a sheep, but it was cute.
there is a catch. I don't have Ganyu,
Yeah.
and I never will. You have a random chance to get characters, and that chance isn't high, 5.1% to be exact. And that's...
I just like to say, though, while he's talking about the percentage of chance, 5.1% here, that's, and I hate saying this, a lot better than other gacha games. For example, Fate Grand Order, with an honestly amazing storyline, but they don't have a pity system, and this is significantly better than Fate giving you the same level characters. So this is bad if you don't do any gambling style gacha games at all. For anyone who does, this plus a pity system is honestly pretty good. I mean, you can actually time it so you know exactly what characters you get if you just slowly chip away at the pity system. So like, okay, I've just slowly done things, got it. We'll just wait until the next one, do it, I'll get him, guaranteed it. Nice. As long as you don't want more than a single copy, you're set. Yeah, so yes, this is bad. But for this style of game, it's actually incredibly generous. Unless you're rolling the old weapon banners that didn't have pities, or they did have pity, but there was 2 different options. So you can get 1,000,000 of the one you don't want, and it's just a giant pile of what the fuck? We're going to ignore that.
It's getting anyone, so if you want a particular character, get fucked. You could have your very first role be a high-level DPS character that carries you through the game with chimpanzee martial arts. Or you could roll 3 useless small boys in a row.
Dude, that was fucking Bennett. That is not useless. And the other 2 aren't bad, and well, I mean, one of them falls off, but seriously, it's freaking Bennett, man. You need a couple copies of him to make it worthwhile, which is why I seem to not be able to do it, because every time I roll and he's on the banner, I never get a single copy of him, so it's like, you know, it's been literally over a year now, and I still have a single copy of him only, and I just... Some people worry about making him useless by having too many copies. I worry about not being able to make him useless because I can't seem to get him. I'm not salty. Salty would imply a lot smaller amount of salt than I currently possess. Yeah. Also, seriously, the characters he pulled up are actually really good. Xingqiu is really good in a lot of different teams. Razor is just really good carry early on because physical damage isn't bad. And with the buffs that came out later on, really good. And you can actually build him in the opening sections. And Bennett is just the entire equivalent of, haha, healer. Also buff your attacks. Haha, no die, you win. No, I lose. Wait, what? Yes.
And then desire death. It's a fucking guy. God damn it. And while I'm writing about bad things that could...
The guys are pretty good in this, honestly.
The anti-cheat for this game is very strong and has ring 0 permissions on your kernel. This means that it can read and write memory at any location in your computer without seg faulting.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
I'm not afraid, since if Xi Jinping does harvest my computer's data, all he will find is 50 pages of Waluigi hentai. It's your loss.
Okay, 1. I was going to ask if that kind of hentai actually existed, then I realized what I said, and I'm absolutely certain there's just going to be a random string of numbers in the chat. It's like, sauce. And I will regret every life choice I made because I'll be curious without thinking what I'm doing and find out. Also, if anyone's ever wondering why this is not a real big problem, just remember Tiananmen Square. Okay, now that every single viewer in China has been automatically ejected from this video, yeah, that's a thing.
Boss. And yes, it does turn off when the game isn't running. So this review is going to include a guide on how to have fun, because like real life, lusting after women causes suicidal depression. Step 1, play as optimally as you want.
Fuck?
Do not try to min-max shit, because RNGesus will snap your fucking neck. Do whatever is fun with whatever you have. In my case, I decided that I would roleplay as a violent misandrist and only play as women out of principle. Any men that I rolled would be locked at level 1 and made useful in the coal mines. It is simply not worth it for me to engage in combat if I cannot also yank it. The central point of the characters is that they are potential wives, and I am absolutely, definitely, 1000% secure in my masculinity. Playing the game optimally in
I mean, yeah, playing with only women, there's great models, but also, I'm trying to imagine playing through some of the content in this if you don't have an optimized team, and you don't have Zhongli, who is in many cases the equivalent of saying, don't worry, you can bring a shit team in here that you haven't leveled up and you're still gonna win because fuck yeah. He's the reason I made it through a lot of story content when I was under-leveled. And by under-leveled, I mean I hate farming. I really hate farming. So yeah, just if he's trying to play on hard mode, that alone would do it. Also, I guess not having Venti, just because he makes some puzzles and jumping sections infinitely easier. But also, just no Zhang. It's just yeah, that would be difficult.
In this case would mean making the game boring and staring at man-ass, so fuck it. If, for instance, I had wanted a particular legally questionable female to be my digital puppet, the chances
honestly, I'd be more worried about the fact that she's kind of a zombie and dead.
Which is where this image comes from. Take what you can get with the roles. Don't be mad. Exercise patience and control, and you will have a lot more fun. I definitely have not sold my house to get big-titted pirate mommy. But Max0r, I hear your thoughts. Why are you displaying a single image of a regular crab on my screen?
Why?
And also, what is the world of Genshin Impact, and why are we here? That
is something that has yet to be answered, but may or may not also be content that's still coming out in Honkai Impact, the side game that is going to be relayed, because they've already done one crossover in that game, and they said that the main characters from that one will probably come to this game at some point. Yeah. Also, they're starting to refer to the main character in Genshin. Sorry, in Honkai as Traveler as of literally this morning. Yeah. That's a thing. Also, as of this morning, it is 5:26. There was a special birthday card for Eponia. She addressed the main character as Traveler, and I'm certain that's a thing because she's literally the Welkin Moon statue in the game. If you don't know what I'm talking about, imagine just a cutesy little doll statue, except then age it into something that might have multiple tags that are quite questionable, but also very nice.
That is a great question, James. Because before we get into the exploration and the combat, we must first understand the context with which I run my beauty pageant. And like every game made by Asian people on my channel, the lore is some Hyperborean bullshit. So let's say rule number 2 of enjoying the game is not caring about this, just like 90% of the player base.
Yeah. Genshin? Honkai better.
Genshin not so much. 7 gods who govern the 7 elements. Except the nature god, he's special. This came about because 2,800 years ago, there were like 80 gods or something. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. No, but actually 7...
No comment. I just... Were those people having a sparkler fireworks fight
like
in the street?
Gods or something. Then everything...
Okay. Yeah. No, that's just a bunch of people having a random fireworks fight. And holding them is literally fire. Oh my god, why are people this dumb? I thought this was some kind of stupid edit, but no, it looks like they're actually holding them and... Hi everyone, and welcome to I Just Lost a Little More Faith in Humanity.
The Fire Nation.
Where do you find this? Probably the
seven
internet.
seals opened up in heaven, so literally every god fought over their power to the death.
Yeah.
The result was the 7 gods of each element we see today, each ruling over their own nation in their own fucked up ways. Every once in a while, these delusional bastards will just give random people superpowers, like how the electricity god just gave a girl with a mental disorder a talking bird. This also includes small children who could very possibly...
To be fair, no, he's actually completely right. They're all kind of fucked if you think about it. They're just randomly giving out people crazy shit. And the crazier and more delusional they are, the more driven they are to be delusional, the more they like to give them power. How much choice they have, I have no idea about. Also, Venti seems to be doing a good job at running his, as in he's not. Which is looking like the correct answer, honestly.
Possibly kill themselves for some reason. Now, the
yeah,
world
he's getting a lot of usage out of that clip.
Takes place in 2 nations, or 3 if you're from the future. The first is Mondstadt, a lawless, anarcho-capitalist commune in New Hampshire, which has no formal governance of any kind. They instead rely institutionally on vigilante justice, including a hot Batman. As a result, an entire territory of their nation is completely overrun with wolves. No one has the systemic authority to stop people from exercising their rights and liberties to feed the wolves' babies. Oh, also, there's the fucking dragon problem. Did I not mention the murderous dragon?
I mean, other than the dragon problem, as crazy it is, yeah, no, they're still the best looking nation. Mostly because Liyue has some issues with their gods not really paying attention. Although, to be fair, if they just left everything to Ganyu, which is kind of what they're already doing, it would work out pretty well. Also, yeah, they've kind of all left it to Ganyu. Like, literally, am I the only one seeing that? Just me? Just me? Okay, it's just me.
Next, we have the nation of Liyue, an extremely rich and powerful country to the east.
Yeah, I wonder what they were inspired on.
To the Luhua Pool massacre of '69, as well as an aggressive foreign policy.
I'm sorry, just gotta appreciate the joke you put in there.
Pool massacre of...
It's like they had a square, and that they can't talk about it. And then it never happens. I mean, that'd be like a little Tiananmen or something. What crazy reference is he making there? I can't tell. Just spam the comments with that date if you can.
As well as an aggressive foreign policy involving a 9-dashed line in the Sea of Clouds, headed by the Tian Xuan Ningguang of the Liyue Qixing. Those are all real names.
Yeah,
exhibits an
hate them all.
Unprecedented level of prosperity and control, living happily under the watchful eye of the rock god, who periodically disguises himself to ensure that the populace is behaving well and upholding their state contracts, just in case. Now, China, I know you're new to making video games, yet in my country, we have a long history of shooting people. But who lives in Liyue?
To be fair, there's also a long history in Genshin Impact of shooting people. We do a lot of it with bows. Also Ganyu, which is more of a rocket launcher. And it's glorious. More importantly, I love how he's just working at all the references in there. I see why people want me to watch this. I'm actually really appreciating this.
And who lives and where is in? The answer is unfortunate. Populating this extensive world will be several factions of enemies with subgroups, elemental specializations.
Yeah, and they have lore that you ignore because it's dumb.
The enemy
at least right
of this
now.
game paints a picture of a post-apocalyptic nightmare world where raving bands of savages constantly destroy everything, locking humanity in a perpetual state of warfare with armies of bandits and the midget people. One of these groups is the Hilichurls, an intelligent race capable of empathy and complex thoughts, which is why they must be destroyed. These guys make the Gombe Chimpanzee War look like a fucking joke, and at no point...
The what?
Destroyed. These guys
the
make the
what?
Gombe
Oh god, please... Fuck it, I'm gonna ask. Is this real? Because this sounds stupid. This sounds so incredibly stupid. I'm thinking it's as dumb as when I heard that Australia lost a war to a bunch of emus. And if it turns out like that, and I find out that they did, just like Australia did lose a war to a bunch of emus, I'm not sure how I'm going to take that. That is weird. Oh, wow.
Chimpanzee War look like a fucking joke, and at no point does
was that a hairy
anyone in the entire
chimpanzee?
game even give a shred of sympathy for the Hilichurls, except for Elon Musk. They can be big gorilla, small monkey, operate complex machinery, and
also they are people. Spoiler! Yeah, it's kind of fucked up when you realize, oh yeah, no, they're real people. They're literally just cursed NPCs that you're slaughtering perpetually. You're not the good guy in this. There's just really no good guy. It's just all levels of fucked. Yeah. Also Kaya, who's also Hilichurl, or, well, same nation as them.
Have their own language. This makes it more fun to slaughter entire villages of them and steal their possessions with no consequences. In fact, you're encouraged to do it. Overall, I would rate them a genocide out of 10. Next are the country-sized hordes of organized bandits called the Treasure Hoarders, who are just regular guys forced to fight you with shovels and Molotov cocktails. Are you sure we're the good guys? It's fortunate.
Oh, I'm absolutely certain we're not. Also, fuck those Molotov cocktails, man. They are so freaking annoying. Every time I'm doing something, they just randomly hit next to me, and for some reason, the fire catches on the ground and interacts with whatever I'm doing. It's like, boom, okay, I'm knocked out, can't do it anymore. Fuck you. Damage is one thing. Stun locking me through dumb environmental effects. There is a line, and that one is over it.
That because they committed a crime, their lives are now forfeit. Abyss mages are very simple because they are one enemy with two reskins, who are also inhuman beings of the Dark Void who have sworn vengeance upon humanity itself. They also dwell almost entirely in fucking space. The Fatui of Snezhnaya are heavily armed diplomats.
Yeah, I wonder who they are a reference to.
To dominate the world of Teyvat through subterfuge, and employing 9-foot-tall people with hammers is absolutely conducive to this goal, I promise. They are unique among Teyvat because they serve the interests of the Tsaritsa of...
Ooh, actually got an image of her.
Conducive to this goal, I promise.
Yeah, also cool shot there. But, oh, did her walking animation just glitch out? Yeah, it did. But more importantly, oh, it's the cute little face. Oh, that's adorable. We're murdering her a lot, aren't we? Yeah. Come on, come on. You know you're coming up. Bring up that image. Is that actually her? She looks like a freaking Kingdom Hearts character with those feet. Huh. Are they even doing the... Oh, yes. Pose. Actually, yeah, they are. That's hilarious. It's probably not actually the main character. More importantly, Snezhnaya. We're definitely evil. Also, because this is a MiHoYo game, we're probably going to be the good guys. Somehow. Yeah, it's a MiHoYo game. Good guys is a very loose term. Yeah.
Of the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya, also known as the God of Ice. That's important because it's very weird that they primarily use electricity and fire. I guess the Ice God is just fucking lazy. The Fatui are always up to...
I would like to point out this apparently came out before some of the later events where you saw the ice people. And it's like, yeah, no, they were saving the ice ones for a good reason. That was quality art. Yep. I don't think there's anything else I can say about that. But if you happen to look Fatui ice characters and not Child, fuck him. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, there's a lot of good art.
To no good, like stealing the Wind God's power or like a bank heist. They're also really hot, so I'm not stopping them. Finally, we have the wildlife
the one
of
we
Teyvat,
actually killed.
90% slimes and 10% these fuckers. I spent
fuck those guys. I hate them so much. Every time I go to hit them, they just drop in the ground. It's like, well, fuck, I'm still in the animation.
Deactivate iguana.
That's really what the combat is all about. Sometimes it's like, holy fuck, that is a whale. And other times it's like, I think that bush just fucking... Really, no matter what happens, you're in for an experience. Let's find out if that's bad or worse.
I'm sorry, was that Jojo Barbara? I think that was Jojo Barbara.
Let's find out if that's bad or worse.
I can't tell if it's Jojo Barbara or it's that I'm a genius Gundam face. I really can't tell. Great art, though, but also... This is going to feature in my nightmares from here on out. It's like, I am the healer. I choose who lives and dies. So, standard surgeon, basically. More importantly, what the hell was that previous? Zhong Kli. It's Pli with a redesign for the coloration of Zhongli, his face, and just the random balls he drops everywhere. Probably should have referenced Zhongli just dropping his balls everywhere. That sounds way too, We'll just move on. Combat. Surprisingly good.
Shin Getting Intact is a game about flow, where to maximize their power, the player dynamically switches between their DPS character and everyone else.
Unless they're doing someone who doesn't require it.
Genshin Impact. Pick one. Your typical team is comprised of your DPS baby, your heal support, your burst support, and moral support. Think of it like a train. You only need one engine and enough weight to kill Terry Davis. Now, like everything, characters have elements.
Okay. What the actual...
One engine.
Okay. I hate that I recognize the various parts of 40k models that this comes from, and then I'm just kind of surprised there's a random Tyranid head on the side. Thomas the Tank. Chaos Engine. Sure. Why not?
And enough weight to kill.
Why is there so much Thomas Chaos art? Why is this a thing? Why is it that I've actually seen these in other images to know that there's a significant amount? Why?
Terry Davis. Now, like everything, characters have elemental alignments, which, depending on the enemy, can ruin the game. My wife Barbara could heal me, but in the process, must make everyone wet, which makes us a proverbial bath.
I'm sorry, what
Barbara
was that?
Could heal me, but in the process, must make everyone wet.
Okay, we went with those guys. I know what I said.
Makes us a proverbial bathtub, which enemies will then catapult.
Were those faces on the...
process must make
was that a clawfoot tub with faces on it?
Proverbial...
I think that was faces on the bathtub? What? No, okay, no, it wasn't just a reflection that kind of looked like it. Also, really hate these tubs.
Which enemies will then catapult toasters into for massive damage.
Why are you shooting the tub? We're not even going to think about it. Hey, finally.
And then blowing himself up in the process.
Walter White, yeah.
Unless your DPS uses rocks, in which case, you know,
hit him.
Just watch, I guess. Everything is.
I guess it rocks.
Everyone has an elemental skill and alignment. Unless you're the nature god who has no characters. Some are bad, and others are very bad. But many are completely changing. Like how Beto's elemental skill adds a parry mechanic to the game, or how Ningguang invalidates all ranged enemies. The combat is definitely
I love that part.
And is an experiment in how bad you can craft your psychotic dog water alchemy and hopefully create a moving ball of destruction strong enough to kill God. To extend this concept, every character uses one of 5 unique weapon classes. Such as
what the hell? Okay,
every character uses one of
5 weapon classes, yeah. Sweaty speedrunner, get away. This weapon swings slow. Hu Tao, please beg me, and oof. You off? Honestly, I'm more of a sweaty speedrunner, except I suck too hard. I do a lot of this swing slow, because Beulah main, and then Gani when I was like, ha ha ha. It's not so much get away, it's more ha ha ha, you can't get close. It's awesome.
Unique weapon classes, such as Mongolian, Controller Erosion, the Waiting Game, Egg Catapults, and the Speed Demon. So be careful with who you choose and what weapons they- oh wait, no, it's random, get fun. Now, this would all be excellent gameplay if it didn't sometimes amount to throwing 2 sponges at each other. Enemies scale to your level, and generally health is not hard to come by. So depending on your investment, some enemies could take minutes to kill. This all amounts to making a classic video game build, the tank, entirely useless.
It's okay if you like tanks, but I believe their non-viability represents a slight balance problem that needs to be addressed. But if you'd like the utility a tank provides, then I cannot stop you. Also, they are useful in the final abyss stages. But most players seeing this video are new and want advice relative to their experiences. Also, and this is something I am glad that has changed since this video has come out, tanks are actually really good if they have a really high amount of defense, because there are ways to buff them now to make them really good. Because there's entire artifacts. The problem is, you have to farm for it. Have I mentioned I hate farming? Because I should have, and I do.
You don't need a tank because you will be switching to your DPS anyways, who is a tank against your will. Health is literally always a shackle and a curse. That is, of course, unless you're playing Barbara, whose healing scales only off of health, making her tankier than
hell, even if you don't have it really high, it works well.
To give you some idea of the insanity that we're working with, it is optimal in most of my combat scenarios to cause forest fires by throwing a spicy bear. Why?
I mean, he's not wrong. This works really well. Unfortunately, I keep doing this on teams that want other situations around me. I don't play this style, and it's like, oh, great, fire, interact with me. It works if you have that team. I don't have that team. So this right now is causing me stress. Also, just looking at 27 as the number. Wow.
Can parry anything, which includes the heat of fire. Or
Wait,
how
what?
about Ning
It can
Guang,
parry
which
that?
spawns a
I actually
wall
didn't realize
inside
that.
enemies like it's Gary's mod. We just do it to piss them off. Did I also mention you can invite your insane Discord stalker to play co-op with you? The combat is fully
Oh my.
functional.
Hello, Max.
I made a mistake, and this isn't even going into the complicated system by which you customize
Oh my.
artifacts, upgrade your weapon, and level your character's talents, because that's boring. It can be made especially boring when you have to pick 30 mushrooms to do it, but you know, here we are. That leads me to my next point.
Remember
You're
that
gonna have
part?
to
I hate
explore
that
for those
part.
mushrooms. And that sounds bad, but it's actually the best part. Get ready for some cross-country gaming.
Yeah,
because
no,
we
he's not wrong.
literally
It's really
have a lot of
fun.
ground
It's
to
probably the
cover.
reason
So
I
rule
even
number
started
4
playing this game in the
Genshin
first
Impact
place,
is that if
other
you
than
see
other
something,
plot
just go.
related reason. Oh yeah, the summer event.
That this game looks identical to Breath of the Wild, right down to the UI. This is
Really?
an objectively
Oh, yeah.
correct assessment. It's just that the game doesn't give a shit, and
Yeah.
neither should we. Breath of the Wild was so good that I wanted Breath of the Wild with more anime pussy, because god damn it, why did Nintendo make Zelda look like that? The amount of bandits and foreign soldiers in this game suddenly makes sense when you realize it has the geography of fucking Afghanistan. It's quite the vertical
What?
place, but you're given
Really?
the tools to navigate
Oh.
it, like your feet or your sweat. And there is quite a bit to see. So, for an example, when I first installed the game, I didn't know that Liyue was in it. That's over half of the map. I was doing a quest that required a wild radish, so I naturally went hiking to find it and accidentally discovered the entirety of Ming Dynasty China, at which point I was wrongfully assaulted after being mistaken for opium.
Oh, he jumped ahead that far? Sorry, by the time I reached where he's at right now in the main storyline, I had a pretty decent team and also Venti to just suck everyone into a giant ball of fuck you and light it on fire. It's really cool when you literally make a giant ball of fire to do all the work for you. It was fun. But he's under-leveled. He's doing maybe 10 or 12 damage a hit. And they're all level 30 compared to he's not level 30. Yeah, that is a lot earlier than you should have been there. Oh my.
This is one of those games where you start finding chests in the wild, and within 30 minutes are flying to a strange island with a man named Jeffrey. It's actually not that different to Skyrim, but this game makes Skyrim look like it's in Kansas. There is always something to do and always something to find.
Not gonna
You would
even
think
make a
that
joke
would
about
get
that
stale,
reference.
but they just
Too easy.
keep finding ways to turn on my neurons. There's
Monkey.
a puzzle,
I just wanted the chest.
which spans an entire
Did it fall
region
off
of
the
game
side?
where you have to climb.
Oh,
3
no. Did
mountains.
it
There's a
actually-
puzzle.
I just wanted the chest.
Oh, did it actually? Oh, you poor bastard. Did it act? No. I don't know why I'm rewatching this. Yes. No, he actually did it. He actually did it. Oh, you poor
There's a
bastard.
puzzle.
I just
And there it is. And he has this, so he can't pick it up, and he has to read it, and it's already falling, and it's been shot over the side.
wanted the chest.
Which
Oh, no,
spans an
wait, it's still there. I
entire
saw it.
region of the game
Okay.
Where you have to climb 3 mountains. You can spend an afternoon doing that, and it's viable. There is no direction that you
it's
can go
fun.
that will not help you in some tangible way, and that's what's important about exploration. It's not just pretty, it's optimal. You see this shit right here. This
Good shit.
activates my fucking almonds. Exploring this game trains your neurons to fire at the most basic of incentives, like a lab chimp. But seriously, if you aren't yet considering the game, just have fun exploring it. Stop and smell the flowers, and accidentally find China over a vegetable. I found it eventually. It took 3 hours. Now, if the review had ended here,
Yeah. It works. It's actually probably the best part of the entire game. I actually like the exploration aspects even more than combat. That's also why I didn't like the Inazuma sections, because a lot of it was, oh, hey, if you stay here too long, you die. So you can't really explore anything. And that was... You could unlock it later, but by that point, you didn't want to anymore. Because there's just random, hey, here's an enemy you have to fight. Here's another enemy you have to fight. You can't really escape them because they have range. And
this would be a definite recommend because the game is free.
Oh, so he's talking about the
It
Inazuma
costs
section.
$0.
No, that
It
was still
cannot
the
yank
summer
your
event.
back. Not that I would know, but I must warn you that there are some serious drawbacks besides the fucking
Free.
Chinese surveillance state that you have to install. So it's time to give you the final tools and rules that you need to enjoy this game.
a wallet. Was that the new Blade Runner? I think
Regula
so.
Numeris Quinque of Genshin Impact
What?
is just, please God, use the resin every day. So to explain that, you have
That was
to understand
terrifying.
that this game works by mostly giving you what you want when you seek it out.
Unless it's crit damage.
So you don't end up
Hey, Warhammer. Wow. I was going to say Warhammer and Warframe at the same time. Yeah. I suck at this game, but I really like it. I just really suck. As in the controls. I really suck at doing that. I keep aiming at the wrong thing and then running into walls and running off walls and then jumping and then somehow jumping off the platform and dying into things that shouldn't have been able to let me die. Yeah. It's an issue.
Mindlessly slogging for 10 hours a day for a single goddamn Warframe chassis, but there is a catch. When it comes to grinding, there is a clever way to make sure that you can't trivialize the entire game, which is that the game just stops you. You expend resin when you kill a boss, want money, want XP, want artifacts, want to live, want to see my daughter again. Pretty much.
Yeah, this is the part I didn't like about it. You can't really just keep playing it because you have to start paying the money to keep playing. It's literally... Oh, it's an actual arcade mechanic now that I think about it. It's literally the equivalent of a old-fashioned arcade where you put the quarter in to get more playtime. I've played this game for years and I literally just made that connection now. Sure. Okay, sure. We're not... Oh, yeah. Let's just do it then.
Anything, and if you have no resin,
sexy arcade time.
Better wait. God will collect his existence.
No resin,
tax, and you will fucking pay.
It's like no maiden meme, but
the
resin.
IRS is an eternal fixture of the universe.
Yeah.
Although it's nice to have fair guarantees for artifacts, it has the unique side effect of stopping the game from being played.
Yep.
You get 160
over and over and over again.
You spend 40 for boss loot, so good luck. And if you
they doubled up occasionally, but doubles of things I still don't want to use.
You gotta do the daily quests. We Genshin players are always hard at work on the daily dopamine.
Hey, I remember that update of Warframe.
So
it was
we
fun.
Have a 4-star object every 20 days. It really makes a man wonder why we bothered with making murder illegal in the first place. Thank you, Kane. This game can give you a lot if you decide to commit yourself to it. But
if you miss it, you got nothing.
Maybe make a YouTube video. That alone is probably enough to discourage most people. I thought I was going to be one of those people until I realized that I liked the game. Stockholm Syndrome is actually cool. And
yeah, because the one thing you can do, even if you're out of resin, is explore the game. If you've explored the entire map, yeah, you're out of luck. It's not going to have you do anything. But if there's still places you haven't 100% explored or just random things you haven't gone to at all because you've only done story missions, there's a lot of this that's really cool. Just the exploration's fun. And it will take a lot of time. But when you're done with that, it gets tedious really fast.
For our final rule, you don't want to play with English voices. Set it to literally any other language except English. Now, the voice work isn't horrendous, but it doesn't sound like the dialogue was actually written for English, and the translation is fucking hilarious.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, some of the dialogue definitely doesn't go across. For the main characters, there's points where I really like it, and I'm mostly saying that because there are certain characters who I really like the English language of. I'm looking at you, Ganyu, specifically hearing you, because I've heard her other takes, and they're cutesy. And then there's Ganyu's English take, and it's nice. Yeah, let's leave it at that. It's very, very cultured.
Wolves frighten him so badly that he's paralyzed with fear.
We've looked everywhere.
Yeah, the side characters really fun.
So do what I do and play in Japanese, then switch the game to Chinese whenever you're in Liyue for maximal immersion.
Honestly, that does make sense.
Dear Mr. Sheep, please send missiles to liberate my country from the yoke of capitalism. Now that you're armed with what you need.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that was in there somewhere.
Only if you have self-control. It's not worth it to spend money on the game. I'm serious, and that's why you should give me your money so I can spend it responsibly. Remember, the game is free, and so is the porn. I would like to thank the kind Chinese billionaires,
I recognize a few of those images.
Arms dealers of the Max0r Patreon for funding my hopeless and deadly addictions.
Damn.
If you would like to help fund
where is he even
videos
getting all this? Probably
America's
Chinese
youth
state
in the
TV.
name of Naxalite Maoism, you can head to the description to learn more. Thank you all
Is
for
that a
watching
dam?
and
Oh,
waiting.
yeah.
And of course,
Three gorgeous?
your IP address has already been traced.
Haha, joke's on you. I don't know where mine goes. I don't know how that works. I'm an idiot. My videos are a danger to society. Oh my god. He just worked that randomly in there at the end. Usually at the end screen, people are like, hey, thanks. Like and subscribe. He's I'm a monster. Fear me. So, and this is going to sound weird coming from me, but that was a lot more upbeat and positive than I was expecting. Usually when you see any review of a gacha game, it's batshit terrifying and depressing as fuck. And there's a lot of games like that out there, and they deserve it. And then there's this one, it's like, yeah, the gacha's a thing, but you don't need to. Also, the rates suck. I mean, compared to everything else, we're actually really good. But in general, gacha games have terrible rates because that's how you get money. Just, this was a really positive game, and I kind of want to go play Genshin right now. I think the new characters came out, and, well, I may or may not run for them because I don't know what level of pity I'm at, so it may or may not be feasible. I kind of want to just go do random exploration now because he was just talking about it. It's like, yeah, I remember this. This was my favorite part. I don't care about beating up enemies or all that crazy shit. I just like running around with waifus and just exploring shit and getting chests because I don't care if I want the reward. I just like doing the puzzles. Yeah, I think we're going to go do that. For everyone watching, thanks. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. And for everyone who's still here, I actually have been taking my time putting out fewer videos this week, trying to get back into the swing of it. I just had my wisdom teeth out, and a couple days ago I put out a video. I actually recorded that over a week and a half ago at this point, and it kicked my ass. After just 10 minutes, I really needed help because it hurt a lot to talk that much. But hey, I'm up to about 40 minutes now, and it also still hurts a ton to talk this much. But I mean, I got 4 wisdom teeth removed and shit happened. But I'm feeling a lot better now, and I'm going to start putting out more videos. Not this week. This week, I'm just getting back into the swing of things, seeing how long I can talk, how long we could just get into something before it's like, okay, if I say another word, I'm literally going to try and cut my own jaw off. It hasn't reached that point, so we're good. But joking aside, I'm doing a lot better. And for everyone who, said thanks or hope it got better, thank you guys. It does actually help. I enjoy it. Just knowing people were like, hey, good luck, man. It's nice. Thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. If there's something specifically you want me to cover, let me know. I do actually have a bunch of suggestions to work through. And I think next time I'll be looking at how to be an adventurer. The next episode, I'm pretty sure it's number 12 from Yaroshian. I've really wanted to get to this one. Almost as much as I might want to get to his video coming out on July 9th that may or may not be a spicy anime review of Decadence that he had a guest host on who shouldn't have added sauce to the hot sauce made from Carolina Reapers, and he regretted that for an entire week. Yeah, that was not my brightest move. That said, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Adios. Next one, whatever.